A couple people were asking, what do you keep in your aprons when you're working every day? So we could start with the apron. This is from Calatul. Thank you, Michael. Greatest guy. He makes these aprons down in Charleston, South Carolina. This is my second one. The first one was not worn out. It's over there. I use it for spraying now. So it's my spray apron. But I wanted a new one just because I kind of bought the base model when I got that one. I wanted to get one that was a little bit nicer. So this is the Woodsman Special, I think it's called. And it's buffalo with the green and the brass hardware, antique brass. So it was totally on brand for Green Street Joinery with the green and everything. I love it, super soft, keeps you protected. I highly recommend anything from Michael. Everything he makes is great. I've been using the wallet for, I don't even know how long, years. Don't steal okay, you couldn't see my credit card number. So yeah, love everything from Michael. So let's go into the apron, what I have here. Because we could start here. This is like a square pocket, so 6-inch Veritas precision square. This is great for, just using as a straight edge for, quick measuring thicknesses of things and even opening cans of finish. I do use it for that. But this lives in this top right, my right, hand pocket. Here I keep a 0.9 millimeter pencil, which is my typical size. This is an Enpitsu Sharp from Kokoyo. I'm probably butchering that. It's a Japanese brand. I get these on Amazon. I like these a lot. Has the extendable barrel here, so it helps your graphite from breaking, gives it some extra support, and has this little twist eraser. I find the black erasers for some reason work a little better. The white erasers tend to transfer dirt around, like especially if you're erasing on plywood. So I keep the 0.9 pencil here. Over here I have a 0.5 pencil. This is a Uniball Kuratoga, another Japanese pencil. Wasn't satisfied with the regular old pencil, so I use this when I need to be super accurate. The 0.5 lead is much more fragile, but it leaves a much thinner line. So if accuracy really counts with a pencil line, which we're not usually cutting to a pencil line, I will use this if that's the case. Then I just have a Sharpie. This is just a regular one. I do like the industrial, I think they're called, Sharpies. They last a little bit longer. We use this for marking the edges of plywood. When parts are coming off of the panel saw, you can mark what it is, what's getting edge banded, stuff like that. And then I have another one of these Enpitsu Sharp by Kokoyo. This is a 1.3 millimeter, so much thicker. I use this when I'm marking up rough lumber. So I don't like this big thick line, for regular use. But the 0.9 and the 0.5 are much too fine for marking rough lumber. I keep my tape here on my left side because I like to always measure out to my right side, and I like to mark with my right hand. So I read my tape upside down. I never even realized that people thought of this as upside down. I guess most people work this way so you can read the numbers. But I've always worked this way. I picked it up from Gary Katz, who's like a prolific trim carpenter. So that's why I keep it on my left side. I am right-handed, but I'm always pulling my tape out with my right hand. Tape is in my left. That way I can mark with my right. And you keep a nice workflow, always working from the same direction. So I'm using this clip from Comalon, and because I'm using it on the left side, I have to actually glue this piece to the face of my tape measure. Typically, you can just take off the clip and replace it. I have to glue it on there, and it falls off pretty frequently, and it's kind of a pain, but it's nice. It locks in, so I'm not dropping my tape all the time, and you just hit this little button, and it releases. So really nice. I guess we'll go in a clockwise. I have down here a couple erasers. These are just your Pentel white erasers. These have been in my apron for years. They last a long time. And you can see what I was talking about with the white erasers. They really hold on to a lot of this dirt. And I only take these out if I have to do like a lot of erasing, which isn't very often. That's why they last so long. So I keep two of those over here. Let's see, down here is my little Olfa knife. I think this is a SV9 is the model. So it's stainless steel. It's a 9mm, this dimension, snap-off blade. So these blades, you can see like my tip is broken off. You can just break it off. You have a fresh tip. When I was a finished carpenter, I always kept a utility knife on me, but I found in the shop that these are a lot better. It's nice to be able to extend it. I was using it before as like a little bit of a scraper, so you can, use this like a scraper blade, and you get a lot more use out of it. So you can snap this off, I don't know how many times, without having to change the blade. So it saves a little bit of time there. Nice and light and compact. I've had this for a long time. So I keep this down here in the bottom pocket. Here I have my double square. So this is the rule is from PEC, which is a US company, Products Engineering Corporation, I think it stands for. Similar to Starrett, a little bit cheaper, nice and accurate. It doesn't need to be crazy accurate, but these are. And the body of it is actually made by a guy, Jeremy Young Designs. You can find him on Instagram. Apparently this is one of 4 in existence. And I think this is made out of aluminum. He does machining, so he machined this, and I love it. You can see this is a 4-inch double square, and the body is like 3 1/4 inches. So you get a lot of reference. I don't need a lot of length here because, I'm not typically laying out lines very far into a board. I mean, honestly, if this stayed at 3/8, that would be the most common setting for finding the center of 3/4 inch plywood, when we're marking off to screw plywood together. But I get a lot of reference surface, so I have almost as much reference as I have of square. So I like this a lot. I mean, it looks really cool. A lot of people have asked where I got it. So if you want one, hit him up. Maybe he'll make more. This is something new that I've sort of added to the apron. I don't like where it is right now. Let me see if I can get it off. So I want to find a new spot for it, but this is a Spider tool holster. This is, I think, like the Pro version, they call it. They have one that looks a little bit different, but this is like basically think of this thing, but you can put these little attachments. It's smaller than this, and I'll grab one, I guess, and try and put it in there for B-roll, but you can put it on anything. I have them on some of my drills. You can put it on a mallet, anything really. They have a bunch of different setups. So basically a way to quickly lock a tool onto your waistband. So my thought is that, typically I can just put a drill down on a bench or a table that's next to me, but sometimes if I'm, let's say I'm on a ladder or on top of a stool, I need to screw something into the top of that cabinet, I can just easily clip the drill here. So still looking for a final home for that, but it'll be somewhere here on this apron. I wanted to mention these. So these aren't in the apron per se, but I always have these on me. These are DexFit gloves by Moveen. I like these ones, the FN 331, and then I also wear the, let me see, I have a fresh pack here. I have these on Amazon subscription, so I just get a pack like every, I forget what I have it set to, 3 months, just so I never run out. The FN 320, they're a little bit thicker than these, and better for colder weather. These are cut resistant, and these are not. But these are great. These are typically what I use. And then I always have my safety glasses. have them on this little, I don't know what you call these things. There's a slang word for it, I don't remember. Toadies?
Croquis?
Croquis? Toadies? I think it's croquis. I don't know where I got toadies. Toads don't even, well, no, I guess toads do croak. But these are from Clean Guard. They're called Mavericks. I like these. They have the side guards, which is nice. You know, they're comfortable. You could wear these all day and they don't hurt. A lot of times they'll hurt, you know, behind your ears. These are very comfortable. And the lenses are very scratch resistant. This is the same pair that I've had for quite some time. I have them stashed all over as well. But these are great value, like $8. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything in the apron. I always, in my pocket, I always have a flashlight. This is a Streamlight Stylus Pro. I've had this for like 12 years. Used to be all black. Now it's mostly silver. And I always have a pocket knife. This changes out. This is a Spyderco Tenacious that my son got me for Christmas. I have some nicer knives, but this one has sentimental value. It's all good for all kinds of stuff. You know, I think if you're a carpenter or a woodworker or any type of tradesman, having these two things in your pocket all the time, a knife might not always be the right tool for the job, but like I use this for a screwdriver. You know, it's good to have on you just in case. Always dropping stuff, trying to look for it with a flashlight. You know, the one on your phone works, but not as well as a real flashlight. Yeah, I think that's it. Apple Watch, super handy in the shop, timers, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So hopefully you maybe picked up a couple things. I think Japanese pencils are worth checking out. Maybe we'll leave some links in the description so you can find them yourself. If you have any questions about any of the stuff in my apron or any comments, be sure to leave them below, and we'll see you next week.